Welcome back to A Seat at the Table, a conversation about equity for Black-owned businesses in Boston. Mentors, bankers, nonprofits focused on communities of color, plus a little bit of luck. They all play a role in some of the success stories we see in Boston's communities of color.
Growing as a business owner is definitely its own journey.
Anita Curl salon owner Candace Cummings leads her clients on a journey of a different sort, working with men and women of all races and ages to love their natural curls.
Once we just embraced our specialty, we just started thriving.
Can you explain the cultural shift to accepting curly hair, natural hair, and how it's impacted your business?
Curly hair is going through a revolution. Baby boomers and the Generation X's, they're so used to having their grandmothers and their mothers straightening and smoothing and almost ridiculing them for having their natural curl pattern. And they're starting to embrace themselves as they are. We want everyone to have that curly hair, don't care.
Candace had a downtown office job, but her passion was at the hair salon. She went to school and took several styling jobs before ending up here in the South End, taking over for her mentor. Now she's a business owner and a boss.
I found that it's actually become more beneficial to be a Black or Brown-owned business. During the quarantine times, when there were the PPP loans that were coming out, or with the city of Boston, where they were so focused on helping smaller businesses, I found that it actually was more beneficial to be a Black business owner because they really wanted to strive to make sure that our businesses survived. Before it was just like, okay, well, good luck. But now it's okay, we need to shift and work on this and fix this.
Candace is taking part in the Business Equity Initiative. It's an intensive mentoring program offered by the Foundation for Business Equity. The idea, help established Black and Latinx business owners achieve their next level goals, creating jobs and wealth in communities of color.
What I'd really love to become would be an education hub, an area where I have a number of large sort of hair and curl artists come here and teach other stylists.
Establishing a long-term solid banking relationship can be key as well.
We opened this branch because there hadn't been a new bank branch in Roxbury in over 20 years at that time, and it really was almost like a banking desert. And this has been one of our fastest growing branches since 2018, consistently every single year. Free checking, free savings, be able to reduce those fees that our communities of color pay to bank with non-banks. The second piece is really about advice and relationships. It's about having people working in a bank branch that reflect the community, who can connect with that community.
My strength is building relationship. I like to get to know about my customer.
Judine Williams grew up in Jamaica, had a knack for numbers, came to Boston, worked at a downtown bakery cafe. A customer, a woman in banking, encouraged Judine to apply for a teller job, and now she manages the Roxbury branch of Eastern Bank.
The reward in this position, being a branch manager or doing what I normally do on a regular basis, is knowing the fact that I'm helping someone, I'm changing lives. These are some resources for your business to get it started off the ground. Once that's in place, then this is where they come back and we establish a relationship, a banking relationship.
And remember restaurant owner Nia Grace. Her years-long relationship with Eastern Bank helped when it was time to buy Daryl's.
Because of my financial background, I did not necessarily have any wealth.
We knew that Nia had worked at the business and helped really lead that business and the success that they were having. And so that relationship that started with the previous owner really allowed us to be able to continue to support Nia and her growth, even though this was her first foray.
Last year, she opened the Underground Cafe and Lounge at Northeastern University, and now she has some big plans with her mentor turned business partner, Ed Kane. He owns Big Night Entertainment, a collection of restaurants, retail, and nightclubs like the Grand in the Seaport. He and Nia connected during the pandemic, working with restaurant groups trying to help their struggling industry.
We were in it together, and I felt like oh, I could really learn a lot from her and she could learn a lot from me.
I felt that he saw himself in me because at the end of the day, we were just two kids who worked hard, and I think we just never want the party to stop. I definitely want to go back to my neighborhood, and I don't just want to buy the storefront or get into the storefront space. I kind of want to get the whole block.
We can't wait to share more about that next adventure. For more on the programs and resources we discussed in the show, please go to NBCBoston.com/a seat at the table. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Latoya Edwards, wishing you a good night.